First day of framing. It's a cold one. It is 23 degrees, and that's down here in the valley. We're gonna go up another 2,000 feet higher than here in a minute and start slapping some walls together. I'm now headed back home. I realized I am way underdressed for this and it's gonna be miserable. So I'm gonna get some more clothes and then I'm gonna go to work. We're up on the mountain and it's way warmer up here, like at least 20 degrees warmer.
Yeah, it's temperature inversion.
I just told you what that was. You didn't know what that was.
Come on, bro. Everybody knows what that is. Come on now.
Here's our slab the morning after, and today we're gonna build some walls over there and this whole front wall. There's our material. This front wall has to be built out of 2x6, 16 inches on center, because it's carrying 2 floors and a roof load. So that's what the code says for a wall like that. Problem number 1 on this job, those are supposed to be 2x6s, like I was just saying about the wall being 2x6. So we're gonna do something else for a while.
Such a rookie, dude.
So we do have some 16-foot 2x6s, so we can still lay out the plates, and then we'll do the top plates on the basement wall, and that'll take a while actually. There's so many bolts. I'm cutting all these plates to break on 16-inch centers from the very outside of the structure, so they'll line up everywhere all the way up through the structure, instead of pulling like 16 feet off the inside of the block wall. And we're trying not to use boards like this for plates. Let me see that board, Ray. Look how twisted. I don't know if you can see it on camera. You probably can't, but it's super twisted. And while we're looking at these plates, what I like to do is lay out all the openings first, all the king studs and all of the jacks, and then I'll come back in and fill in the studs. Since I've broken these plates on the 16-inch center, I can now just hook on the end of my plates and pull layout. We're gonna do 16 on center, so there's a 16, the red, and that one is a regular stud. So that's how I'm gonna do it. That makes it super easy. This is the door opening in the center of the house, and it's more than 6 feet clear, so I have to double jack it, and that's the code. The plans are on my phone, but I have a hard copy of the window schedule that will have the rough openings for our windows, RO 72 by 60, and then that's the actual size of the window. Basement, that's the ones we want. What we're doing now is drilling through the bottom plates with this 5/8 drill bit so that we can bolt the plate down. Now we're drilling both plates at the same time, and we're being careful to drill in between the studs so that we don't have a stud that falls right on top of a bolt and a nut. We're setting our scaffolding back up. We're putting it on wheels so that we can reach up here and put these plates on without having to try to walk on that wall. That'd be dangerous. And we have this taller scaffolding that someone left on a job for like a year or something. They called us and said, hey, do you want this for free? And we said, yeah, we'll take it. We've never used these before. You know what's great though? Look at this. You can walk right through them. Yeah. That's really nice. I mean, pretty cool. They're always getting in the way otherwise. You fit, Jay?
Yeah, I fit on
no problem. Yeah.
No problems.
Ray and Jay have got these plates going, and they just got this on edge. Then they're marking each bolt, and we're gonna have to drill a hole for every one of those.
A little overkill.
Yeah. Now they're checking the other dimension
3 7/8
from the outside of the block where the bolt is, and we want it flush on the outside.
3 5/8
The board is not the exact same width as the block, so it's only flush on one side.
4
Hey, Jay, you got a longer drill bit? I don't know if that's long enough.
Talk to your brother, bro. He's like, this one will work. Like, what am I going through, 8x8?
We're not using the washers that came with our bolts. We're using these larger 1.5" type because of the wind zone. Y'all can put this one back. I ordered some extra for this reason. If you look down this thing, it is crazy crowned. No good.
Man, I thought you were a good carpenter.
I am. That's why I'm putting this one back. I'm gonna eat lunch. Y'all want to get Jamie? He's down there hacking away.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Now we've got our 2x6s. We're gonna get our stud height and then we're gonna frame this wall. I've got this stack of wood up here. Instead of moving it to the sawhorses and then cutting it, I'm gonna cut it all off the stack, all the parts, and then throw them down there so we can build a wall super fast. You know what tonight is? Tuesday.
Tuesday? Yeah, what about Tuesday?
I think you know.
My favorite show's on, The Bachelorette.
He's not joking. That's what's crazy, is that he really does watch The Bachelorette. He loves it.
There's a lot going on super fast here, so let's hit the highlights. We are putting in 81-inch jacks next to our king studs, and we're making box headers that go all the way up to the top plate. There's no cripples. We're leaving the inside piece of the 2x12 off so we can insulate with a piece of foam and then insert the inside piece. We are shooting 4 nails in the end of each stud because we're using the 0.12 thickness nails. Code for those is 4 on a 2x6. We also did something pretty dumb. We took our pre-drilled bottom plate, there it is, and we put it on the top by accident. And now we have to re-drill this bottom plate. So
he said we, but he was being nice because actually it was my fault.
he wins.
I could have done a backflip, but I didn't know it was a competition.
You can't do a backflip.
Oh, I can do a backflip.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
Not on flat ground.
Oh, yeah. So I'm not really a carpenter or anything, but
You're not?
is this supposed to be that short?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the trusses are drop trusses.
Oh.
Yes, and they're bottom cord bearing here, top cord bearing there, so we're good. It does look like a mistake though.
On this joker or just let it rip?
So
That's a terrible noise.
I know, this is one of the awful sounds of construction. That was easy.
We're running a generator to run our compressor.
This compressor hasn't shut off since we turned the generator on, so there's something wrong with it. We're just gonna let it run if it blows, oh well.
We're doing this blocking so that we have solid nailing behind all the plywood edges. And that's a code thing for the wind zone, actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Don't stand there.
Here's a pro tip of the day for you. If you're putting blocking in between studs, it's best practice to measure the width of your blocking down on the plate where your layout is, because there's a really good chance the stud could be bowed to the side, and if you just measure what it is in the middle, it's going to look all crooked when you're done instead of being nice and straight.
This is the double top plate going on. It allows us to put a load-bearing member like a floor joist or a floor truss anywhere on top of this wall, not just on top of the studs. So that's really good. This is our end truss. It's just 2 2x4s because that's how much of the trusses are gonna lap on our double top plate over there. In order to miss all the anchor bolts though, we're having to piece it together on the bottom layer. Otherwise, this would be a lot of trouble. That was Jamie's idea, pretty good idea.
That's an idea. See that? Did you see that?
Perfect.
Oh man.
Well, we got our first wall up today and got all of our plates down. We're gonna call it a day there. Tomorrow, we hope to set the floor trusses. Thanks for building with us today. We'll see you next time.
you know what they say. Thanks for building with us.